Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Tile Placing Simulator. Today's beverage is a very carbonated yet very nice dark berry soda. So welcome back to the game, and previously we were doing a lot of prep work when it comes to the southern part of the facility, working with the footbridges and perimeter walls, and yes, doing all of this tiling and such, and we're going to be doing more of that in this video because TikTok, it's Tile O'Clock, this is an all tile all the time channel now. So yeah, in this episode we're going to do some more tiling around here, mainly to allow the patrols to not be as tired, and then we will look at potentially getting some cloning here and then hopefully some prisoners, which I think is gonna be most likely SuperMax. If we go over to intake here, we do have the option for SuperMax inmates. That's going to obviously pay us a lot, as well as really increase our daily cash flow. Not that the daily cash flow is really a problem at this stage, but if we're going to make this as secure as possible, we need a lot more staff. So yeah, we'll see about that. Anyway, we're going to keep running on max speed. I'm just going to go to, because I can anyway, a shakedown here, and we'll search these sectors. And we're going to go for some tiles here. And yes, we are placing tiles because that is basically our, well, it's our purpose in life, really, placing tiles. As I said, this is not just an aesthetic thing. This is very, very useful in terms of the guards patrolling, because they get very tired, and you know, having this where it's pretty good for their stamina and such, it just means they can walk quicker and all of that. So let's just place all of these in, and ooh, how is that going to go? Does that just run to the end there? I think it sort of does, yes. Just going to go over to, while we're finishing this search here, over to intelligence and then the last 24 hours, and yes, we have found things like cell phones, we found drills, cigs, booze, a hammer. Okay, I mean, that's not normally classed as a, I mean, you could say you're tenderizing meat, but I'm not too sure if it's necessary in the kitchen. Anyway, search has finished, and we found nothing in the main cell blocks, which is a good bonus. Over to our, we do have the option for more grants here, but I'm going to stick with what we got for now. I'm hopefully going to go for tool cleanup once we got this done. Over to reform, and we can see that the average reoffending rate is 36%. Strangely, even though we've got no reform of pretty much any kind, we've got like no programs running for that, we've got no work experience. This is one of the one of the best prisons I've made for reformation, which is curious. Over to programs and staff, and I'm just going to double check. Yes, we are definitely doing some staff training there, finishing off some fire safety training, which I don't think is strictly necessary, but anyway, we'll see how we get on. So tiles are in for the most part. I'm just going to go for some corner pieces first. I'll be switching between the different type of pieces here, just because of how we're going to connect things up, and it's easier for me to probably do, yeah, that piece, and then over here, and then over here, and then we'll rotate that for these corners. And obviously we'll have to do the drop downs when it comes to like these bits, but we'll cross that bridge, you know, later on, I guess. And well, how do I want to do these? These are internal pieces, aren't they? So it's going to be that, and that, and that, and then that one, and then rotate it round, and then yeah, it's like that. Obviously, if we were to clone this one, it might be okay, but in my experience with the cloning of these bits, it can be problematic. So we'll go for something like that, and then this comes down, and then so what's the thickness of this one? It's a 4 thickness. So it is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, like that, I think. Is that correct? I believe so, but we'll see how we get on. And then that comes along, yeah, that feels like that's about right. I might as well put in these bits as well. Gonna have to anyway. And then along, straight across to that piece, and then down. And then there, I'm just going to double check that. No, that does, like I said, that does look wrong. It should be centered around this. Yeah, that's what it should be. So I'll just cancel that section and then run along. There we go, we can unpause it now that that's cancelled. And then tiles and tiles, and then more tiles, and I'm pretty confident I missed a section. Well, I know for a fact I've missed lots of sections actually, so there and there. Come back to here, those pieces. Spending a lot of money on tiles, but as I said, it's not solely for the aesthetic touch, although there is that in that. Let's not kid ourselves. Comes along to here, goes to there, and then oh, hang on. Yeah, cancel those bits. So it comes down to there. Then you've got that piece comes down here. I'll cancel those. But I'll have to, I think, redo a section. I'll have to redo that bit with concrete tiles, which I might as well run in now anyway, because we've got it selected, and the CEO is calling. The CEO only calls when there's nonsense afoot. Right, let me just do this bit here, and then see what they have to say. Reform programs are key to prisoners successfully reintegrating into society. Some prisoners will start successful new lives, while others will fall back into old ones. Okay, right, fine. It's on about doing some programs, which is not going to happen. Reform is still 36%, so it's okay. Not the target that we have in mind, really, but we'll get there. So let's just put in some of these corner pieces. And this is going to obviously go... Is that centered correctly? It is centered correctly. Over there. And then around here. And there's no point in doing the clone just yet, because we'll still have... Let's well do these as well. We'll still have the lack of funds for the full job. I think it's going to be most likely a case of... I think it's going to be a case of just picking up a 50 grand loan, which isn't a big problem. I would like to say that we'd have the funds available for just straight up building, but I don't know. Let me go to planning here. I'm just going to remove this section of planning, just because we don't need it. And frankly, I've already got the fence there. Alright, well, it looks like the tiles are pretty much in. Unless I've forgot this section. No. And we're up for 30 grand. So only really one more pickup of a grant is in order. Let's have a quick look. So this is where I'm a bit hesitant to do a full clone here. So that would be rotated and then flipped, but it's really not liking the flipping of the sort of bamboo structure for, what was it, the cinema. The rest of it seems okay. Seems okay. Definitely forgot those pieces for the corner. I think the rest are in. Seems about right. Just going to double check our patrols. Patrols are in. These are all good. Yeah, okay. So we're going to pick up the bank loan and we're going to do it. It is going to be a quick build, custom, cloning, and a click. So there's 35 grand spent, and almost certainly, this is going to be, well, there's going to be a lot more money to be spent on this one, but we'll see how we get on. Could hire some more staff, but we already have 20 workers, so it's just time, really. It is just time. Did I put in the flooring? I think I can see it. It's like, yeah, you can see a tiny bit of the flooring there, which is all good. Anyway, we are still getting in a decent amount from daily cash flow when it comes to the exports and the trees. And I'm not too sure why I said that so lyrically, the trees. Yeah, we'll get rid of those as well eventually, I think, when we go for, if we go for death row. That's a future us problem. Current us focusing on apparently feeding all the prisoners at this stage. Yeah, we don't really have any particular issue with the inmates. When we come to needs, everything is pretty much okay. We did have a issue with the freedom need, as we do there, but as soon as they are allowed to dance, yes, never skip neck days. They just spin their heads round in the it's a fight club. But yeah, apparently it's very. It's very free to just shake your head around in the fight ring. Anyway, yeah, that's all good, and that need is getting fulfilled. Some bit of hygiene need going up there, bit of family, etc. But although some of it's critical, and there's the money. Oh, there's the money. Right, okay. I said about 20 odd grand, maybe. I think we just spent over 30 there for all of the items. So it's curious. It was 35 grand for the initial clone, and now obviously we've got stuff coming in. This is going to prove problematic. Oh, look at that. It's done exactly what I didn't want it to do. I want it to be that, and let's have this set correctly, and yeah, there's that. So this is all SuperMax, and this can also be set to SuperMax, and that piece, and this is staff only. Yeah, that's fine. So we do have SuperMax, but we don't have the intake on just yet. I think it would be, worth waiting for this. The problem we have is if I bring people in, they're going to be sitting on the back of the bus for ages, and we've seen what happens when things go wrong. One of the big problems with bringing in SuperMax, actually, that's only recently occurred to me, we're looking at reform. It went up, actually, to 37. I never expected to get this grant done, but I've been ever more hopeful as the series progresses that we might get it. But it's now gone up, and we're not running anything to increase like work experience, which would massively boost the reoffending rate. No, it would reduce the reoffending rate. It would increase reform. But, and this is a big but, bringing in SuperMax prisoners, yeah, that's going to absolutely hammer this reoffending rate. That's just going to fly up. Just because of the prisoners that we're going to get and their traits and everything else. At least that's my assumption. Perhaps that's a wrong assumption. I don't know. Anyway, you can see that because of the intake for all of this stuff, we've got apparently a tunnel there. No, I'm fine. We've got a completely full deliveries. Storage is apparently where we've got all the logs. They are exporting it though. So you see it is coming down to exports, which is good because that's going to make our money go up. If I just double check the grants, we shouldn't have a hit in the credit rating. No, we don't. My concern was that... Oh, hang on. My concern is that this might be wrong. Is that if we don't pay back the loan, we could have that credit rating be affected. No, that's said correctly. Yeah. Raise the prisoner capacity to 50. Capacity. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's 35. Yeah. We're still going to have to build all of these. Still going to be a bit shy of that one. We can't do tool cleanup because we need prisoners, not just capacity. But we have obviously the options for this one now. Just going to double check the wiring because... yeah, door servos. Just going to lock open that door. I'm going to lock open both doors. If I can actually select the thing. So both doors are locked open. Don't need to do the one on the bottom because it is door servoed. I will, however, triple check the connections. It is connected, yeah. Got the top and bottom door servo sets, yes. Still to do on those ones, so that's fine. Oh, hang on, tunnel there. Could that be legitimate? I mean, it could be. It's highly unlikely. It could be, because this guy could dig across and up, or up and that way. No, it's not going to happen, isn't it? And they didn't detect it going the other way. If there's another alert, I will pay some attention to that. Well, you know what? We'll just do a quick tunnel search. You never know. It's only 49 places. Why 49? Well, it's all the toilets, isn't it? It's going to search these. No. Found a blade. Where did we find it? In the deliveries. Okay, fine. It's actually not a problem whatsoever. See the workers coming in, putting in the glass windows, finishing off these cells. Looks like the projector screen is in, so even though it was in red, it's fine, which is all good. Batteries are being charged. Checking out green energy goals. We've only got one more green energy goal here. It's green energy goal 6. It's build solar panels. So unless we do something in a sort of for a future expansion, that isn't happening. That isn't happening. I do want to build some more here. Definitely want to build some more around here, but I know the workers are depressed into this other stuff. We might as well put in some flooring. Just get the flooring ordered and such. So comes down, goes across in like that, I believe. And then those two. Yep, that's set correctly. Same thing over there. For all of this, it's reclaimed rubber for the most part. But we're going to be cloning this anyway, so there's not a problem there. Don't need to bother putting in the rubber just yet. We can... Again, this is the all tiling all the time channel. Put in this bit. Hang on. How we're going to do that? Bit confused for a second then, just because of the where this is set. Have the workers now focused on this side instead of the other bit? It is highly likely that that has happened. So it goes down in the top bit into there, and that's already in, and then it'll be one set of concrete tiles. Doing this in the dark is infinitely more difficult than yeah, when it's in the daytime. More news at 11. That section, and then that section, and then skipped over that about 30 times. There we go. How's this side doing? It's getting there. Looks to be like we got some wiring. So, utilities in wiring rather than deployment patrols. Wiring, 2 door servos, and CCTV. 1, 2, 3, 4. These doors we will no longer lock open. And feels like something else needs to be wired in. Phone taps. We've only got one phone tap because we pretty much know, I think, the majority of the traits for these inmates. Oh, there's a couple of inmates, I think. 1, 2. 2 inmates that we don't know what they're about in terms of their traits and such. Oh. Okay, so this is now being built. And as far as I can tell, it is built correctly. Everything seems to be fine. My main concern was this projector screen and the checkpoints, but those seem to be all okay. Alright, everything is connected. Let me go for deployment. SuperMax, this is all set to SuperMax, as is the way in and this bit. And, well, it would be rude not to go to intake. SuperMax, that is going to be 12 SuperMax inmates. And because of that, we're going to go with a guard tower, and another guard tower. And staffing, we're going to get 1, 2, 3 more armed guards. Going to get some end of that chat. Yep, we don't have enough money for the rest of it. So as soon as we can, we will be hiring some more staff. Hiring and firing staff programs. Going to just close off the guard taser certification. Sorry, I think it was fire. But we're going to close stuff off for now because we just don't need that running. Right, we do have patrols there. That is fine. Just going to double check the patrols. Doggo is set but not active. I'm guessing that's because of the just lack of available doggos. It does say that there are 12 dog handlers, 10 available though. But is that the case? They could be heading there. It's all manner of things. 4,173 for the power export, which is a good number. Very good indeed. We will do tool cleanup as soon as we get inmates. Getting inmates actually was going to net us a decent amount of cash. A very nice amount of money, in fact. It's going to be... Well, how much is it? How much is it actually, now that I think of it? It's going to be a total of... Is it $2,000 each? Intake? $2,000 each for SuperMax. Pretty good, 24. All told. And let's go with tiles. Just going to double check the tiles. Those are correct. Because we can planning, remove that section of wall. Because it needs to be removed. And yeah. Right, staffing then. That's just set to open. I'm going to go with 2 more guards, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 snipers. So, let's have a look. Here we are. We do have some max sec inmates. Informants, volatile, Storkle deadly, Storkle, fearless, volatile, and a couple of unknowns. Is that it? I say as if it's like a problem. It's not a problem. This is a good thing that we've just got these inmates. But they're being brought in. Being escorted in. So they're no more problematic, I think, than these inmates. So who knows? We'll see what happens there. Should we check some of their convictions? Oh, torture, false imprisonment, assaulting an officer, assault, 24 years. This guy here, 35 years. Aggravated assault, assaulting an officer, grievous bodily harm. Double murder, serving 50 years. Oh, torture and assaulting an officer. Previously, grievous bodily harm and attempted murder. Tool cleanup. Remove the supply of stolen tools and weapons. Right. Shakedown is in order, but it'll be a tonight problem. So, I've got more snipers, more patrols. I think more doggos is in order. We've got 12 doggos. Let's go with 18. Maybe another... I don't know if we need more cooks. We've got 12. And if it was like 3 each, 3, 6, 9, 12... I'll keep an eye on it. If the needs change, then I will, yeah, look at that. Right, well, more cash to spend. Perimeter wall. And a lot of it. And obviously money going right down. We've had a big bonus of these inmates coming in. And daily cash flow hasn't really changed, and I don't really expect it to necessarily, because we've just hired a lot more staff in general. In general, there's just a lot more staff. We probably will have to get some more janitors. I think we've only got... Oh no, 6 on staff, is it? 6, yeah. 6 janitors, 6 gardeners. So actually, that's fine. We could make lots of money if we quickly if we added death row. Yes, I guess we could. All right. Shakedown all sectors. This should hopefully get tool cleanup done and completed. And with that money, with 20 grand, I will pay off that bank loan. Part of the bank loan. Well, half the bank loan. After that, what have we got? Self-sustaining, for just farming, advanced farming, overproduction, reform, carpentry. I mean, I'm going to pick up prison manufacturing facility. There's nothing else that I think we're ever going to do. And picking up that will probably help. Danger level is flying up. A lot of, obviously, people saying they've been unnecessarily searched recently, and one tend to agree. What is problem is I'm not letting these inmates out of food, and there's only so many cooked ingredients there. Do we have a problem with food? We might have a problem there. Says it's alright, but there wasn't much. Okay, I'm gonna hire... I think I'm gonna hire some more cooks. Let me stop that shakedown, because we've pretty much got that done. Alright, well, I think we're gonna leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We have managed to get... There's the inmates. There's some inmates who like to dance around in here. Yeah, we've got SuperMax. 12 SuperMax inmates. Reoffending rate. What are we guessing it's gone up to? I'm going to say it's over 40. 39. Okay. That's just the boost from these guys coming in. I don't think we'll ever do that one now. The reoffending rate. But it doesn't much matter. Daily cash flow is actually... I was going to say the worst it's been. It's not the worst. But slower than before. But we have to take security into account. And, yeah. We can... if we were so inclined, pay off the bank loan. Why is danger level flying up? Serious complaints. Yeah, there's a big food need. Freedom need, not so much. Just going to double check. Next episode, anyway, we'll double check the food stuff, I think. We might have to hire. We might have to fire. Not really. But policy, certainly. We'll have a look at that one. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the episode and the new additions in the facility, otherwise known as SuperMax inmates. Next episode, basically check out all of the food stuff, make sure that's all cared for, needs in general. We're going to check policies, and then we're going to work on the next cell block. Hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, comments in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I've missed a section of tile out. Generic partings.